I recently had an exchange with a guy named Michael0156 about whether vaccines cause autism. I pointed out, and you can go to Google. Ask anyone, go to Google and type in the words redefining autism. And it'll come up with hundreds of articles proving that 20 years ago, autism was redefined to broaden the definition. And now they're beginning to believe maybe the definition is too broad. They're actually talking about re-narrowing the definition of autism. Re-narrowing the definition of autism. Vaccines don't cause autism. They're not sure what does, but they do know vaccines don't. There's only been one study ever published that claims a connection between vaccines and autism, and it was published in the journal Lancet in 1998. The person who conducted the study was a Dr. Andrew Wakefield. Now, who is Andrew Wakefield? Well, today, Andrew Wakefield is a former doctor because he has been taken off the registry of British physicians. He cannot practice medicine in Britain anymore because they proved the study he published in 1998 was a fraud. He was actually taking money from trial lawyers who were suing the makers of the MMR vaccine while doing the study on the MMR vaccine. Wow. That's called a conflict of interest. But it goes farther than that. The British Medical Journal actually published this article on that study. This is an excerpt from the article. Clear evidence of falsification of data should now close the door on this damaging vaccine scare. The article goes on to say, who perpetrated this fraud? There is no doubt that it was Wakefield. Is it possible he was wrong, but not dishonest? That he was so incompetent that he was unable to fairly describe the project or to report even one of the 12 children's cases accurately? No. A great deal of thought and effort must have gone into drafting the paper to achieve the results he wanted. The discrepancies all led in one direction. Misreporting was gross. Moreover, although the scale of the GMC's 217-day hearing precluded additional charges focused directly on the fraud. The panel found him guilty of dishonesty concerning the study's admission criteria, its funding by Legal Aid Board, and his statements about it afterwards. So, not only is the only expert he could quote was a Playboy bunny, but he was quoting a Playboy bunny that was taken in by a con man. Wow. And you call me, and you inferred that I was blind.